So I decided I wanted to share with you guys my very first ghost experience. I'm not sure exactly when or why this happened. I want to say I was about 6 or 7 years old. I know I had just moved into this house I'm living at right now. We had moved here because my father had passed away at the previous house. I always used to be afraid of the dark, and I could hear things, I could sense things, and I never truly understood exactly what it was, but I thought that there was something wrong with me. I was lying down in my bed, and when I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was my window beside me. And I saw that it was going to be a sunny day. And then within a few short seconds, as my eyes continued to look around my room, I locked eyes with something I, as a kid, could not explain. Something as an adult today wouldn't really understand. Like a strange feeling came over me. What I saw was this man. It was the bust of a man. He had no torso or legs. It was almost like just a floating bust, and he was staring at this plaster of Paris hand sculpture I had made with my mom a few days ago. The man, he looked a lot more like an older gentleman, and he was wearing what I remember was like a dusty green wool suit. I watched him as he stared at my hand sculpture, and he was staring as if he was admiring it. And I remember him going like this and just kind of like leaning in and nodding, like he was really interested in that my art piece that was on the wall of my hand. And like this all happened within seconds. He turns around, he looks at me, and I'm staring at him, still lying still in my bed, frozen. And all I could do was quickly throw the covers over my face and just shut my eyes really tight and like hope that he goes away. I told my mom what I had seen. I went screaming, running for my mom. At that time, because my father had passed, she opened herself up to the idea of the afterlife and was reading a lot more books about spirituality. So she didn't judge me at all for what I had experienced. And what I liked is that she also didn't make me feel like I was imagining things. She didn't brush it off. She just asked me and spoke to me like I was an adult, and we were having this conversation about it. And after that, she just said, like, don't be afraid, just ask them what they want, and the next time I see something to tell her. I simply asked her that I wanted to know of a man who I had seen when I was about 6 or 7, who came to me in my room, and she had a smile on her face, and she said, no, that I don't know this person, they're not related to me. It was basically just a spirit passing by, but the reason why he was admiring my hand sculpture so much is because he was there when I had made it those few days before. And she said that he was showing her that he had placed his hand on top of mine and helped me press my hand into the plaster mold because I wasn't strong enough. And it was so weird because I remember when I was doing the art activity with my mom at home, I was like trying to push my hand on it and nothing was happening. Like, I had no strength. I was a wimpy kid. And then, like, on my third try, suddenly I felt like my hand just pushed down entirely, and I was able to push it down so hard that I managed to reach the end of the plastic mold. It all started to make sense. I truly believe he was a nice, benevolent spirit, and I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. In that moment, thinking how I felt, I was more scared of the idea of seeing someone who didn't have the rest of his body. I casually do think about this old man from time to time, just out of curiosity. And I guess I just kind of want to tell him thank you for helping me, for that portion of my life he happened to be a part of without me even realizing. I want to say that's probably the most interesting experience I had ever had as my first ghost encounter, but I'll be sure to see you guys again, and I'll be sharing with you guys a few more because this is just the beginning.